Let's now hear from someone whose remarks we are sure will be smoother than a perfect landing on a rainy day. Please stand as we invite His Excellency the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you very much. Please have your seats. Is this mic working? All right, so let's try it again. Our dear Prime Minister, members of Cabinet, former Leader of the Opposition and Minister Joe Harman, Chairman of the PSC, Mayor of the town of Bartica, leaders in our business community, religious leaders, elders, of course, Eggy, his stalwart, and I want to say a very good friend of mine. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, most importantly, the residents of Region 7. I don't want us to miss the fact that this investment is an investment in Region 7. Bartica is the custodian of this investment. Otherwise, we will miss the magnitude and scale and scope of what this investment represents. So it is an investment in Region 7. I want to, before everything else, not only give thanks to God for all of us here, but to express to Brian, Gloria, Gail, I should start with Kevin, Gail, Alana, Kyle, and the daughter-in-law and son-in-laws and the grandchildren, and the extended family, BK family, that is the employees of BK Group of Companies. I want to congratulate all of you for the work you have done, your continuous commitment, and for accomplishing another journey in your growth and development as a company. And we should put our hands together for all of you. I want to advise the Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation that the Great Kiskadi is bold, noisy, highly adaptable, with striking appearance, and is known as a nest builder. Just for your education. And that is just for your education as a former Minister of Tourism. But you may want to know that the white and blue board is a little blue heron. And I can help you with the qualities or distinct nature of that, but at another time. My friends, it is important that we have fun together. Building a country is hard work. Brian would tell you that building a company is hard work. But if you can do so with joy, with happiness, with a sense of satisfaction, that building process gives you the greatest of joy. And it is with enormous joy that I join you here today. You've heard a lot about what this investment will bring. But I want to talk a bit about the investor, because we have lots of investors and private sector players in our country. And a big question we must ask ourselves as policymakers is, how is wealth reinvested in the development of our country? investors externalize their wealth. They look for external opportunities and externalize their wealth. What we have seen from this group of company, as the chair of the Private Sector Commission would have said, is continuous reinvestment in this country, expanding their footprint, creating jobs, creating opportunities. This investment is also, and their continuous investment in the economy is part of an economic concept that is called the Wealth Multiplier Index. Because as you integrate more in your companies and you build on your core business and expand, you're multiplying your wealth index. You're diversifying your business portfolio from within. But importantly, if you track the development of the company, it is in keeping with the expansion of our national development strategy. So it is not guesswork. It is specific initiatives that are in keeping with our national development strategy. Now I'll come back to some of that in an hour time. But now that we're in Bartica and we have so many young people, I cannot resist the opportunity to give you a little bit of history lesson. So I'm pleased to join all of you present today in breaking new ground for the proposed terminal to be built here. This is an exciting development and one that is transformative in its nature and character. Bartica is changing and changing rapidly. And it is all part of the transformation taking place nationally. It is history meeting destiny. And so, it is only fitting that I begin with the story of Bartica itself, one of Guyana's oldest and most storied communities. I want you to understand that. Long before Bartica became a town, long before the roar of speedboat engines on the Essequibo, or the bustle of commerce that defined this place, Bartica began quietly as an Anglican mission. That little mission station grew into a village, and as the decades turned, history came knocking. In the 1850s, when gold fever swept through the region, Bartica became the gateway to the El Dorado of Guyana's interior. It became the launching pad into our mineral-rich uplands. I said, history must meet destiny. You heard me speaking about the orange economy. And when the orange economy started in Colombia, it was a mystery. What was Colombia trying to do? Today, the orange economy contributes more than mining in Colombia. The orange economy is culture, tourism, history, people, food. Now, history meeting destiny. What was the initial driving force of the orange economy in Colombia? How many of you here look at Netflix? Joe, you don't look at Netflix? Everybody, right? Everybody here? All right. How many of you saw the show Narcos? How many of you? Yeah. That was a launch pad. Today, the orange economy contributes about 15,000 room nights annually in Colombia. Let us begin our orange economy with El Dorado. That mystic identity that the world still search for. What is this El Dorado? Where is this El Dorado? How is this El Dorado captured? In the depth of the forest. And the story will continue to unfold. Bartica was where the journey began. It is from where prospectors pushed inland, where Guyana's hinterland economy found its first real artery. The gold rush created the legend, the people of Bartica, who shaped the reality. Put your hands together for the people. Today, Bartica is no longer simply the gateway to the gold fields. It is now a town in Guyana's second largest administrative region. That region, the Kioni-Mazaroni, is rich not only in minerals, but in human ingenuity, potential, and ambition. And today, you see that represented here. Bartica's history tells us something powerful. It tells us that this is a place that has always been about movement, about connection, about possibility. And that is why today's ceremony is part of a broader national vision. A vision to integrate every corner of Guyana through infrastructure, connectivity, investment, technology, and opportunity. Because when Guyana moves, every region must move with it. When the coast advances, the hinterland must advance too. And when development comes, it must come for all Guyanese, every riverine home, every hinterland township, every island in the Essequibo. It is this commitment to shared progress that brings us to a fundamental truth. Development begins with connectivity. Before economies can expand, before opportunities can spread, and before regions can flourish together, they must first be linked physically, digitally, and economically. Connectivity is the backbone of economic development because it links people, goods, services, and ideas. Never forget that. Ideas. When communities are connected by reliable roads, bridges, ports, air travel, and digital networks, business operate more efficiently, transportation costs falls, and new markets open. Just to give you an example, this new hub will save at a minimum 20 minutes on interior and hinterland connectivity, air connectivity. That would reduce operational costs by at least 1/3 of its current costs, with operators positioning themselves out of this new facility. Investors are more willing to take risks when they know that infrastructure supports movement and access. Connectivity also attracts tourism, stimulates construction, and unlocks economic potential in areas that were previously isolated. In simple terms, when places are easier to reach, they become easier to grow. I see a very easy opportunity for Macor, setting up a servicing hub and a distribution hub here. Setting up that hub with the aid of drones, so that no longer we have to wait 9 hours for a part to get back into a mining camp, but the drones can lift with that package from here and deliver it within an hour to those mining camps and return back home. These are the possibilities that are now enabled You will see us soon unleashing our drones, delivering emergency blood, medicine, as we complete that strategy with the Civil Aviation Authority. My friends, connectivity also attracts tourism, stimulates construction, and unlocks economic potential in areas that were previously isolated. In simple terms, when places are easier to reach, they become easier to grow. And I assure you, within 12 months, we will fly food out from the interior, whether it's Latam or here, directly into CARICOM countries. Within 12 months, we will get it done. Integration takes connectivity a step further by ensuring that all regions, sectors, and communities participate in national progress. A country develops most effectively when its regions are not growing in isolation, but are linked economically, socially, and institutionally, so that opportunities can benefit flow across the entire nation. Integration harmonizes the movement of people, capital, information, and services, reducing inequalities and fostering shared prosperity. It ensures that development in one region supports growth in another, and that national policies work for every citizen, regardless of geography. In this way, integration transforms a collection of separate regions into unified, resilient, and competitive nation. And Bartica has not been left behind. Bartica has been walking shoulder to shoulder with national development. Let me take a moment to outline what has been happening right in this town over the past few years. In August 2025, our government commissioned the newly upgraded Bartica Stelling, a modern facility designed for the future. And it is part of a wider vision to modernize the waterfront infrastructure, strengthen transport links, support tourism, expand trade, and integrate Region 7 into national commerce. Because if you modernize the port, you modernize the possibilities. Alongside the Stelling, I announced plans for the development of a world-class marina for Bartica. This is a decision that signals a clear, decisive shift in the economy of Bartica. Bartica will not just only be the gateway to the gold fields. It is being primed to become a tourism hotspot. This marina will place Region 7 on the map for yachting, boating, river tourism, and hospitality. It will expand hotels, restaurants, and recreational offerings. We want to see an economically diversified Bartica. A town with one industry is a town with one future, but a town with many industry is a town with many futures and many possibilities. Billions of dollars invested in housing, 5 miles extension, new roads, drainage, utility. A new water treatment plant will treat up to 3 million liters of water per day. 24 hours water supply to 4 miles, 5 miles and surrounding community. Our goal is 100% access to treated water because development must be felt in every home. In 2025, a submarine fiber optic cable landed in Bartica, bringing high-speed internet and 5G connectivity to this town. Fast internet today is not a luxury. It is electricity for the mind. It is the digital network of the future. Bartica is now connected digitally. Bartica has long had its traditional river link through Essequibo, Cayuni, and Mazaruni rivers, and a well-established river transport system. But today, we are birthing a new chapter. The government is developing the next phase of the highway system, from the new Barjagdeo-Demra River Bridge to the road at Wales, through the Del Conte route connecting directly to Sand Hills, and then onward to Timeri. In this way, we will tie Bartica more tightly into the national road network. And when this aerodrome and new terminal are completed, Bartica will proudly boast the interconnected pathways to the world by river, by road, and by air. Few hinterland areas anywhere in the region can claim that level of connectivity. Bartica will no longer be a gateway you pass through. Bartica will be the destination you go to. And that brings us once again to today's ceremony, the sod turning for the new BK terminal. Let us give credit where credit is due. This is a shrewd investment, an investment that sees tomorrow, not just today. And Brian has always been a shrewd investor. JAG Aviation is reading the direction in which Guyana is moving and positioning itself ahead of the curve. That is the kind of private sector dynamism that drives real national growth. I want to compliment our aviation sector. Our aviation sector has been modernizing at a rapid pace, changing out assets, investing in new assets. But whilst I compliment our aviation sector, I challenge them to bring a more balanced pricing mechanism for the consumers. We have given the aviation sector enormous incentives. We have given them enormous support in the removal of taxes on fuel. It is time the aviation sector return that support to the citizens and the people of our country. There is no way the aviation sector cannot, at this time, at least reduce air transport by 15%. I've looked at the numbers. I challenge JAG's Aviation to once again be the trailblazer. To once again be the trailblazer in reducing this cost that is not outside of your reach. You ready? You said. Now, we often say public investment creates the environment, but private investment creates the opportunities. Today proves that. What we see here is the alignment of strategy. Public investment lays the foundation, private investment builds the future. The proposed architecture of this terminal is impressive, modern, thoughtful, efficient. But should we be surprised? Not at all. For decades, BK Group of companies has demonstrated a commitment to long-term vision. This terminal will enhance air connectivity for Bartica. It will make travel more efficient, safer, and more comfortable. It will enhance business and support tourism. I want to say too that very soon we will, no, not shortly, very soon. Very soon and very shortly, the people of Bartica, some of whom are misguided and allow their conscience to be misdirected, will realize that their conscience must once again answer for themselves and lead them back onto the straight and narrow path. Soon enough, they will realize that. Now, we are going to launch, before the end of the first quarter next year, a new, modern, state-of-the-art hospital here at Bartica in Region 7. And as I said, that Bartica will now be integrated into the health ecosystem so that when we have many vacs, we can now have a facility here in Bartica that can take care of those medivacs, bringing medical care more efficient, saving lives, time, save life in emergency. And that is what this will allow us to do. In short, the entire region will be lifted. And when the road is completed, when the marina rises, when digital services deepen, the terminal will be part of a golden triangle of connectivity, by river, by land, and by air. Bartica will become one of the most strategically connected towns in Guyana and the wider Caribbean region. The proposed terminal is not about politics, it is about progress. It is not talk, it is transformation. Bartica is at a turning point, and where its heritage as an old gateway to the interior is evolving into a new role as a hub of a diversified, modern, and sustainable regional economy. And to support this vision, we are building infrastructure that links people. We are building systems that uplift families. We are building opportunities that transform communities. And as we turn this Saturday, we turn a new page for Region 7. Because Bartica's story has always been one of movement, and today we are moving again. Let us move forward together. Government, private sector, communities, every resident, towards a Bartica that is stronger, more connected, more prosperous, and more empowered. And above all, let us move forward with a simple but powerful belief that has defined Guyanese progress for generations. When we build together, we rise together. And I know you believe that I'm wrapping up, and you're disappointed. And you're disappointed because I promised you minimum of 1 hour. But as I look to my left, I see our good friend Laurie London laboring closer to his lunch. And in deference to his wanting at this time, I will save you the remaining of the hour. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
For that demonstration. All others who have joined us for this occasion and won't be able to make it into the halls for lunch, the freshman's will be served here. For those who can, transportation will be provided for us to get into the forum for lunch, or the halls for lunch. So what happens is we'll take a moment to just say thank you again on behalf of the detailers who all joined us for today's ceremony, to the partners, for thank you for having this project.
Everything good? Yeah.
Get collected.